ANTOP, these are the leaders in TV antennas. Many of you listen to that and you're like, TV antennas, I didn't even know they make those anymore. Yeah, they do. You remember when we used to have them on top of our houses? That was the only way that we got reception. You didn't have to pay for it, right? It was free. You just put an aerial up on your house and you got ABC, CBS, NBC, whatever your channels were, that was basically sent to you, those signals, via the big aerials that are all in your big cities, right? Those are all still out there. We still, as a country, and the FCC maintains, that we still have to have free television available in case of emergency. So, if there's a hurricane or storm or whatever it is, we can't all be locked into cable and not be able to know the news. So with this antenna that you have right here, and I have it in gray and I have it in black, all right? You just plug it right into your TV. We'll tell you how to install it. Without any fees, you will get ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, PBS, Univision. If it's a transmitted free channel, which they all are, right? We're not talking about cable, we're talking about all the big networks. They have to be available. This is the way to get them because you don't have an aerial up on your TV. It does have the little rabbit ears on the side so you can adjust it to be able to get all the channels. This is an HSN and QVC exclusive. We're the only ones that have it. It comes with a special voucher, which gives you all kinds of extras. But you're gonna get local news, sports, weather. You're gonna get national sports. If it's on NBC or ABC, it's a big game, you're gonna get it because you have the antenna. So all that being said, when we came out with these, they were $100. Because this is the best of the year show, we got a discount and we got free shipping. $69.99, 3 payments of $23.33, $40 off our original price. Everything you need, your coaxial cable to connect it if you want to move it. They give you a lot of cable to be able to move it to get the best reception, and the cable to plug it into the back of your TV. That is all included. All you do is plug it in, adjust the rabbit ears, and watch free TV and by the way, there's a 4K Ultra HD compatible feature to this as well. So if you've got a really super jacked up TV and you don't want to have to pay for cable on that TV. I mean, I'm not saying get rid of cable. I'm just saying if you don't want to, if you got a game room and you're like, I don't need all those channels, I just want the big ones, you could do that as well. It's got omnidirectional reception, so it'll get reception no matter where it's coming from. And 80 miles is where the source must come from, 80 miles or less. That's huge. When we first started this, we were doing 30 miles, then we did 40, then we did 50. We might have done 70. 80 is as much as I've ever presented, which means you just need to be 80 miles from the big city where those signals are being sent. Aaron Berger is standing by. What a great deal. Aaron, I think you and I might have been one of the first ones to present these when they came out, and they have been flying off the shelves.
A lot of us are simply looking as we go into a new year. We take a minute, we go through our bills, and we go, okay, wait, I'm spending $150 a month to watch TV, to watch channels that I don't actually watch. I'm paying for things to be broadcast to my television or to come in through a cable to my television, and I don't watch the shows. What in the world am I doing? It kind of takes a minute to consider. Television is free, and Guy mentioned this at the very beginning. Some of us who were alive during the 70s and during the 80s, we remember, the rabbit ears coming off our television and the aluminum foil that went on it. Well, this is the new version of that. And yes, it means that free TV can be yours. And what are we talking about? Well, we have a channel list actually that we can run for you from a couple of the metropolitan areas. If you're in New York right now, NBC for free, high definition Fox for free, high definition Decades for free, high definition ABC, high definition MyNet, they're all high definition. CW, Court TV, PBS Kids, Create, World, HSN, QVC, Court TV, Newsnet, Weather. So these are the channels we're talking about, dozens and dozens and dozens of free channels. Like Guy said, it's the law that broadcast channels be made available through the air for free. And that's the law because in cases of emergency, in cases of pandemic, and those sort of cases, we don't have to pay to get that information from our government, right? From all of those major broadcast channels, like high definition ABC, high definition NBC, high definition CBS, high definition Fox, high definition the CW. All you need is the device to catch that signal and to put it up on your television. ANTOP is the #1 manufacturer in America of home antennas. They manufacture, sometimes you'll see another brand name, ANTOP, there it is right there, fastest growing digital video antenna item in the US for the past year. In the good, better, best category of antennas for your home, this is best. As Guy said, it's the largest signal range, so you can be up to 80 miles away from the nearest signal and still get a good, clear signal. It has the Smart Pass amplifier. That's what this is, that you can hook up to it and turn on, that even amplifies your signal a little bit. It has what's called a 4G LTE filter. So it filters out any cell phone and other sort of signal interference, so you get a great, crisp signal. Now, there's a couple of little secrets about this antenna that I want you guys to know. The biggest one is that it is a whole home solution. So you can power more than one antenna with this. If you want to plug it into the area of your home, sort of where the cable would typically come in, and then you know how your coaxial cables run through your walls, this is what they call the Mini Big Boy. That will actually be written on the top of the box that you get, Mini Big Boy. It's the Big Boy in terms of its power. So you can have several different televisions watching several different channels at the same time with this. You only need one antenna. The other secret is this does not have to be plugged in. So if you're in a situation where maybe you're boating or you're camping or you're somewhere, maybe you've lost electricity, hopefully you can power your television, you have to be able to turn your TV on, but the antenna itself, Guy, doesn't need power. So there's a lot of situations where you might be able to use it, unlike many other antennas that need to be plugged in order for them to work.
Yeah, and I think they do that also because, just like with our regular antennas that we had years back, sometimes you have to move it a little bit, adjust it a little bit, which is why we give you all that extra cable to be able to set it up wherever. And it's the coolest thing because I own a version of this and I have it in my workout room because I wasn't gonna pay for cable in a room where all I wanted to do was watch football or baseball or, sports and stuff like that or whatever. So I put it in there and I realized if you move it, because don't forget, wherever you live, there could be construction, there could be block houses, whatever it is. As you move it around, you'll find out where you get the maximum reception, or you can utilize the little rabbit ears on the back to be able to move that. It's omnidirectional. So these things actually will move not only forward and backward, but they move this way too. So you can see how I can do it in a circle. That's the way to be able to fine tune it. It's really simple. If you want gray, last call. So at gray just sold out. All right, so we are down to only the black. I will put the gray down underneath. That gives you an idea how quickly people are snatching these things up. And I think it's because, Aaron, people don't know. I mean, until I started offering these maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3, I wasn't even aware. I'm like, yeah, I guess they still do have to broadcast because, what if you can't afford cable? How are you supposed to know that there's a hurricane coming or a tornado? You need to be able to get free TV. And it's all the big networks, right? It's ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, Univision, PBS. It's all the big networks and so many more. In fact, I've actually got the program guide that shows you, and you'll get access to this, the program that shows you all the shows you have available, and you can scroll up or down. There are so many channels, it's unbelievable. And it's all free. There's no subscription. You're not paying anything month to month. You're just getting your TV back. And that, when Aaron and I first started this, that's how we would always say, get my free TV back. That's what you're getting. And it enriches and enhances the signal all at the same time. And again, since you're gonna be moving it, you don't have anything to plug in with this. In fact, Aaron, would you, I know this is a short tour. When people get this at home, will you just give them the step-by-step how they hook it up and how to set it up?
I'd love to. And in fact, I think we have a video that might kind of walk through that as well. This one is indoor, outdoor, so you can set it up outdoors or indoors. What most of us will do, what I do with mine, I set it up literally right next to my TV. So it looks almost like a sound bar or something, right? I mean, it's simple. It's relative to other antennas. And I should say this is the only airing of this antenna we have this entire weekend. Like Guy said, there just aren't enough. One color sold out already. The other ones I have are all twice as tall. They're not more powerful. They're just a lot bigger. So getting this size is important. It goes right next to your TV, and then you take a coaxial cable, which we've included. Guy has shown it to you several times in the studio. It's a 33-foot coaxial cable that screws into the back that you see right here. That screws into the back of your TV. And then if you can, I definitely recommend using the amplifier as well. That will just give you a better signal. Most people will be able to unless you're outside or in some kind of weird situation, right? But that's all there is to it. The last thing you do is you use your TV's remote to scan for channels. And that lets the antenna look through the air around you basically and find all of the channels that are in your area and then makes them all available to you. Now, if you have questions, this is one of the best things about buying from ANTOP. ANTOP is the #1 antenna manufacturer in America, And this comes with a free phone number that you can call right there, ANTOP customer service, 1-844-FREE-TV0, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 Pacific time. So any question you have, and I really recommend, if you get it home and you're like, I don't know, should I face it east or should I face it west? Or I don't know, what should I do? Well, you can just plug it in and try it, or call that phone number. They literally, you'll give them your zip code. They have this crazy computer. They put in your zip code and they go, okay, the strongest antennas next to you are a little bit towards the southeast or a little bit towards the whatever. And they'll give you recommendations like higher is usually better, closer to a window is usually better. But don't let the thought of setting it up stop you, because that's a free 800 number, and those folks are incredibly helpful.
Yeah, and listen, if you live on the top of a mountain, or if you live like, 1,000 miles away from any cities, this may not be what you want, because remember, you do have to get the signal is 80 miles. We like the reason that the 80 mile is the one we love. Most people live within about 30 to 50 miles if they live far away from a city, so they'll get that transmission. But here's the best part too. Aaron was just talking about the wonderful features of ANTOP. Here's one of the wonderful features about HSN. Buy it. Plug it in. You got 30 days. If your signal doesn't come through, put it back in the box and send it back. ANTOP doesn't want you to have it if it doesn't work for you. And the God's honest truth is, like I said, depending on where you live, if you live in a ravine somewhere, or if you live in a mountain, I mean, everybody's going to have a little bit of a different experience. That's why this unit is so good, because it's omnidirectional. Versus, you remember when we used to put the antennas on our roof? And you remember, they were the most, I remember, Aaron, driving to the city. I lived in Connecticut and I was going into New York. And you'll go through certain sections of New York where you get the tenement buildings and all that. You would see thousands of antennas all on top, right? And no two were alike. They were all like, right? Because they're all trying to get the right signal. Well, we've replicated that in a much better looking way, because those things were hideous to look at, right? In a way that can be in or outside of your house, and then you can move the antennas any direction that you need to get those signals. You have nothing to lose, 30 days to try it. If you can't afford $69, I can get it to you for $49, get a brand new HSN credit card, put $20 in your account today. So it'll be $49 plus you pay whatever tax there is, because there's no shipping. We are extremely busy. We started off with 1,800 total. We sold out of one color. What do we have left, Kyle? Started with 1,800. We're down with 870. All right, that's 860. That's how quickly this is going. We got, we got hundreds of people online. Aaron, you know what it is with this, and it's so smart, is that I think for a lot of people it's an awakening, and they're like, yeah, why did we stop putting antennas on our house? Maybe you should ask the cable companies. and hey, exactly. I know, I'm not poo-pooing the cable. We're on cable, so don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it's nice to have another option if A, you can't afford cable, or you live somewhere where they don't have really good cable. And by the way, what happens when your cable goes out? Yeah. You got an antenna to fall back on. We often forget about that. So in an emergency, what's the first thing that goes, right? There's a windstorm. Oh, guess what? My cable's out. You got this plugged in, you'll still get all the channels. You won't get those channels if they come through on cable. So they're really, Aaron, and we've got about a minute left. I'll give it back to you to wrap up. There's really so many great features about this.
There are, and I think a lot of us, remember, it takes a minute to remember, oh yeah, I don't have to pay to watch the main channels. In fact, did you know 94 of the top 100 shows in America are on free broadcast channels? So 94 of the top 100 shows conceivably come through an antenna, right? So it's an important thing to sort of act on. If you're thinking about it now, don't go another 6 months. Don't keep paying bill after bill after bill. And then go, you know what? I've been meaning to get an antenna. I've been thinking about getting it. Just get it. See if it works for you. Like Guy said, if it doesn't work for you, it's easy enough to send back. But know that when you get this one, you really are getting the biggest and the best in terms of range. So you're getting an 80-mile antenna. It has 4G LTE blocking in it. So it basically clears other signals out of the way to give you a clear signal. For example, if you live in New York, you can watch high-definition Fox, high-definition Decades, high-definition ABC, high-definition MyNet, high-definition CW, high-definition Court TV. They're all high-definition. I'm just making a point. PBS Kids 24, PBS, QVC, and HSN. Yes, we are on broadcast channels, Court My, Court TV. Guy, a lot of people now use this in conjunction with a streamer because they've gone to streaming. Maybe in Guy's show earlier, you picked up the 2-pack of Amazon Fire Sticks, but you still want access to your live local news, weather, and sports. This is a great option.
It reminds me of a little bit, Aaron. It's like, there are so many ways out there to save money. But I don't have the time to cut out coupons and things like that. I just, this is a way to be able to save some money, and it's easy. Plug it in, boom, start saving. We are close to 1,000 sold in this airing, Mr. Aaron Berger. Great job.
Gosh.
We have 700 remaining, and we have how many people shopping, Kyle? 450 people shopping. So subtract that number from wherever that number was before. You'll see we're running out. Aaron, when are you coming back? You're coming right back. Right?
I'm not going anywhere, buddy.
I'm
going to go grab
Are we taking a break? Okay, we're going to take a break. Aaron and I are going to take a drink, and we'll come back with more. That's Supercharged Computer from HP coming your way next.